What's up, everybody? Today I'll be making a pumpkin pie, and it is super simple and very delicious. I promise you will love this recipe. All it takes is a few ingredients and some skills, and you'll have amazing results. First up, I'll be starting with the filling. I have pumpkin puree, and this is a 15-ounce can. I have some heavy cream, some room temperature eggs, vanilla, cornstarch, ground ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, black pepper, and some salt, and of course sugar. All I need to mix this is a bowl and a whisk. So now let's get started. So to my bowl, I'll add my sugar, my eggs, and I'll whisk this around. And now to my mixture, I'll add my pumpkin. I'll add my vanilla, my spices. I'll add my cornstarch, my salt, and now I'll add my heavy cream. So that's it, my pie filling is all done. Now I'll jump to my pie dough. So now let's make the pie dough. I have flour, ice cold water, sugar and salt, ice cold butter. I have some dry beans, and this is what I'll use to blind bake my pie shell before I add my filling. I have some excess flour, a quarter cup to measure out the water. I have a paring knife, a rolling pin, some parchment paper, a 9-inch pie tin. I have a bowl and also a cutting board where I can roll out my pie dough. So now let's get started on the pie dough. So first things first, I'll cut my butter up. And again, my butter is ice cold. Now I'll bring back my bowl. I'll add my flour. I'll add my salt and sugar. And now I'll mix that in with my hand. I'll add in my butter. So now what I'll do is try to press my butter into my flour. And you're looking for nice little flecks of butter and flour. So now that's basically it. You have nice little chunks of butter in there and also some nice little flecks of butter in there too. And to that, what I'll do is I'll add my ice cold water. And as soon as this starts coming together, I'll turn it out onto my surface. So now at this point, what I'll do is I'll cut my dough in half, and I will refrigerate this for about 15 minutes before I work with it again. So after about 15 minutes, your pie dough is nice and chilled, and you're ready to work with it. So I'll add some flour on top. I'll press it down. Boom. Add some flour to the bottom. Flour my rolling pin, and now I'll roll this out. And you're only going to be using half of this pie dough, so the remaining half you can freeze it and use it for another pie later on. So now what I'll do is I'll take my pie shell, and you want it to have about a 1-inch clearance all the way around. So you'll roll this out a little bit. So now I'll measure it again to see if I have the clearance. And now I have about 1-inch clearance all the way around. So now I'll roll this up with my rolling pin. So now with the excess, I'll fold it all the way around. So you're just gonna fold it under. And now what you can do, you can take a fork and press down the outside. So I'll give it a nice look. So now the final step, you'll take your fork, you'll dock the bottom of it. You'll take your parchment paper, you'll place it over, and now you'll add your dry beans. So this stage is very important, so you want to pre-bake your shell at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. This will help so your shell does not get soggy when it's baking your filling. Straight out of the oven, this is what you're looking for. Your pie dough has pre-baked. Now you're ready to add your filling. Now I'm ready to add my pumpkin pie filling to my pie shell. So now it's all set for the oven. I'll pop this in at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. So here it is, your beautiful pumpkin pie. So you'll let this cool until it reaches room temperature before you cut into it. So finally, here it is, my beautiful pumpkin pie. I hope you try this delicious yet simple recipe. I promise you will love it. And again, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Drop some comments below and please share and subscribe. Thank you. Now it's time to try this delicious pumpkin pie. Amazing.